Maybe you understand English. You can watch a video. You can read a message. You may even know the answer inside your head. But when someone looks at you and waits for you to speak, everything changes. Your mind becomes empty. Your mouth feels heavy. Your heart starts beating faster. And instead of speaking, you smile and say nothing. Later, you think, I knew what to say. Why couldn't I say it? Today, we are going to change that. Not by learning difficult grammar, not by memorizing 50 new words. Today, we will train the part of English that many learners forget to train: your voice. This is day 1 of our 5-day English shadowing challenge. By the end of today's practice, you will have spoken many clear English sentences out loud. You will learn how to continue speaking even when you feel nervous. For slow, clear English practice every day, subscribe to Mission English Daily and continue this lesson with me. Now, take a slow breath. Relax your shoulders. Let your jaw become soft. You do not need to feel confident before you begin. You begin first. Confidence comes later. That is one of the most important lessons you can learn about speaking English. Many learners wait for confidence. They say, I will speak when my English is better. I will speak when I know more words. I will speak when I am not afraid. But that day never arrives. Why? Because confidence does not grow in silence. Confidence grows when you use your voice. At first, your voice may shake. Your pronunciation may not be clear. You may stop in the middle of a sentence. That is okay. A baby does not wait until it can walk perfectly. It stands. It falls. It stands again. Speaking English works in the same way. You speak. You make a mistake. You try again. Every time you try again, your mouth learns something new. Think about your mouth as a muscle. You cannot make a muscle stronger by thinking about exercise. You have to move it. Your tongue must move. Your lips must move. Your jaw must move. Your breath and your voice must work together. That is why watching English videos silently is not enough. Listening helps you understand. But speaking trains you to respond. And today, we are going to respond. Not silently. Not only inside your mind. Out loud. Before we begin, remember one simple rule. Do not judge your voice. Maybe you do not like your accent. Maybe you feel strange when you hear yourself speaking English. Maybe you think other people sound better. Forget about other people for a moment. This is your voice. This is your practice. This is your journey. Your goal is not to sound like someone else. Your goal is to speak clearly enough to share your ideas. Now, let us wake up your English voice. Say this slowly. I am here. Again, I am here. One more time. With a little more energy. I am here. Good. Your first sentence was very simple, but you opened your mouth. That matters. Now say, I am ready to speak. Again, I am ready to speak. One more time, I am ready to speak. Do not rush. Let every word come out clearly. I am ready to speak. Very good. Now let us add one more idea. I can speak slowly. Repeat, I can speak slowly. Again, with a calm voice, I can speak slowly. One more time, I can speak slowly. Many learners think fluent speakers must speak very fast. That is not true. Speaking quickly is not the same as speaking clearly. When you speak too fast, your brain becomes stressed. You lose words. You make more mistakes. Then you feel nervous. Speaking slowly gives your brain time. It gives your mouth control. And it helps the listener understand you. Slow English is not weak English. Clear English is strong English. Now repeat, slow is okay. Again, slow is okay. One more time, slow is okay. Now say the complete thought. I can speak slowly, and that is okay. Repeat, I can speak slowly, and that is okay. Again, I can speak slowly, and that is okay. Excellent. Now imagine a real situation. Someone meets you for the first time. They smile and ask, "How are you?" You understand the question. But perhaps your brain starts searching for a perfect answer. You do not need a perfect answer. You only need one clear sentence. Listen, I'm good, thank you. Repeat, I'm good, thank you. Again, more naturally, I'm good, thank you. Now add a little information. I'm good, but a little tired. Repeat, I'm good, but a little tired. Again, I'm good, but a little tired. One more time, I'm good, but a little tired. That is real communication. You did not use difficult vocabulary. You did not give a long speech, but you answered. That is the habit we are building. When someone asks you a question, you do not need to create a perfect paragraph. Start with one sentence. One sentence gives you time. One sentence opens the conversation. One sentence tells your brain, I can do this. Let us try another common question. Someone asks, what are you doing today? Here is a simple answer. I'm working today. Repeat, I'm working today. Again, I'm working today. Now make it a little longer. I'm working today. And then I'm going home. Repeat slowly, I'm working today. And then I'm going home. Again, I'm working today. And then I'm going home. One more time, without stopping. I'm working today. And then I'm going home. Good. Did you notice what happened? We started with a short sentence. Then we added one small piece. This is how you can build longer answers. Do not try to create everything at the same time. Begin with the first clear idea. Then add another idea. For example, I'm tired. I'm tired because I worked late. I'm tired because I worked late, but I'm okay. Small sentence. Then a longer sentence. Then one more detail. Your English grows one piece at a time. Now let us practice that pattern together. Listen, I feel nervous. Repeat, I feel nervous. Now add a reason. I feel nervous when I speak English. Repeat, I feel nervous when I speak English. Now add a brave ending. I feel nervous when I speak English, but I still try. Repeat slowly. I feel nervous when I speak English, but I still try. Again, I feel nervous when I speak English, but I still try. One more time. This time, believe the words. I feel nervous when I speak English, but I still try. That sentence is important. Being brave does not mean you have no fear. Being brave means you take action while fear is still there. You do not need to remove every nervous feeling. You only need to stop letting that feeling control your mouth. Now repeat, I speak even when I feel nervous. Again, I speak even when I feel nervous. One more time. Clearly, I speak even when I feel nervous. Good. Let us do a short shadowing exercise. This time, do not wait too long after me. Listen to the rhythm and follow my voice like an echo. I do not need perfect English. I do not need perfect English. I only need to begin. I only need to begin. I can use simple words. I can use simple words. I can speak one sentence. I can speak one sentence. Then I can say one more. Then I can say one more. Mistakes cannot stop me. Mistakes cannot stop me. Silence cannot help me grow. Silence cannot help me grow. I choose to use my voice. I choose to use my voice. Very good. Take another breath. Think about what you just did. A few minutes ago, you may have been listening silently. Now your mouth is moving. Your voice is working. Your brain is starting to connect English with action. That small change is the beginning of speaking confidence. But confidence is not built with motivational sentences alone. You also need to answer questions about your real life. So now, I will ask you 3 simple questions. Answer each question out loud. Use one short sentence. Do not translate every word. Do not search for an impressive answer. Question 1. How do you feel today? You can say, I feel good today. I feel tired today. I feel a little nervous. Now give your answer. How do you feel today? Good. Question 2. What are you doing after this video? You can say, I'm going to work. I'm going to study. I'm going to make dinner. I'm going to rest. Now answer, what are you doing after this video? Excellent. Question 3. Why are you learning English? You can say, I want a better job. I want to travel. I want to speak with more people. I want to feel confident. Now answer in your own words. Why are you learning English? That answer belongs to you. It is your reason. And your reason will help you continue when practice feels difficult. In the next stage of today's training, we will take these short answers and turn them into natural mini conversations. You will learn how to keep speaking when you forget a word, how to gain time without becoming silent, and how to answer with calm, simple English. For now, remember what you have already proved. You can open your mouth. You can make a clear sound. You can answer a real question. You do not need to wait for confidence. You are building it now. One sentence at a time. Now, let us practice something very important. How can you continue speaking when your mind suddenly becomes blank? This happens to almost every English learner. You begin a sentence. Then one word disappears. You know the idea. You can see it clearly inside your mind. But you cannot find the English word. In that moment, many learners stop completely. They look down. They become nervous. Then they say, sorry, my English is bad. But you do not need to end the conversation. You can learn to stay inside the conversation, even when a word is missing. Here is the first useful sentence. Let me think for a moment. Repeat after me. Let me think for a moment. Again, slowly, let me think for a moment. One more time. Naturally, let me think for a moment. This sentence gives you time. It tells the other person, I am still here. I am still answering. You are not silent. You are thinking. Now listen to this one. How can I say this? Repeat. How can I say this? Again. How can I say this? One more time. How can I say this? You can use this sentence when you know the idea but cannot find the right words. For example, someone asks, what did you do this weekend? You begin, this weekend. I went to... Then you forget the name of the place. Do not panic. You can say, how can I say this? I went to a place with many trees and flowers. Maybe the word you wanted was park. But even without the word park, your meaning was clear. That is real communication. You used the English you had. You did not wait for perfect English. You found another road. Remember this: when one word is missing, do not stop the whole sentence. Explain the word. Describe the thing. Use words you already know. Imagine you forget the word umbrella. You can say, the thing we use when it rains. Maybe you forget the word refrigerator. You can say, the cold place where we keep food. Maybe you forget the word pharmacy. You can say, the place where we buy medicine. This is not bad English. This is a powerful speaking skill. Even native speakers sometimes forget words. They do not stop speaking forever. They explain. They use another sentence. They keep moving. Now repeat. I can explain with simple words. Again, I can explain with simple words. One more time. I can explain with simple words. Now say, I do not need every word. Repeat, I do not need every word. Again, I do not need every word. Now put the two ideas together. I do not need every word. I can explain with simple words. Repeat slowly. I do not need every word. I can explain with simple words. Again, with confidence. I do not need every word. I can explain with simple words. Excellent. Now let us practice a mini conversation. First, listen. Person A says, what do you usually do in the evening? Person B says, I usually eat dinner and watch something on my phone. Now you repeat person B's answer. I usually eat dinner and watch something on my phone. Again, I usually eat dinner and watch something on my phone. Now let us change one small part. I usually eat dinner and read a book. Repeat. I usually eat dinner and read a book. One more. I usually eat dinner and talk to my family. Repeat. I usually eat dinner and talk to my family. Now answer with your real life. What do you usually do in the evening? Start with, I usually. Now speak. Good. Your answer did not need to be long. One clear sentence is enough. Now let us continue the conversation. Person A asks, do you enjoy your evenings? You can answer, yes, I do. They help me relax. Repeat, yes, I do. They help me relax. Again, yes, I do. They help me relax. Or perhaps your answer is different. You can say, not always. Sometimes I feel very tired. Repeat, not always. Sometimes I feel very tired. Again, not always. Sometimes I feel very tired. Notice something important. You do not need to answer only yes or no. Add one small reason. Yes, I do, because. No, I don't, because. Sometimes, because. These simple patterns help you keep the conversation alive. Let us practice. Yes, I do, because it is relaxing. Repeat, yes, I do, because it is relaxing. No, I don't, because I am usually busy. Repeat, no, I don't, because I am usually busy. Sometimes, because every day is different. Repeat, sometimes, because every day is different. Very good. Now listen carefully. A conversation is not a test. You do not need to give the perfect answer. You only need to give the next answer. That is all. The next sentence. The next idea. The next small connection. Many learners become nervous because they try to see the whole conversation before it happens. They think, what will this person ask next? What if I do not understand? What if I make a mistake? What if they speak too fast? But you do not need to control the whole conversation. Stay with the sentence in front of you. Listen to one question. Give one answer. Then listen again. One moment at a time. Now repeat. One question. One answer. Again, one question. One answer. One more time, one question. One answer. Now say, I do not need to control everything. Repeat, I do not need to control everything. Again, I only need to answer this moment. Repeat, I only need to answer this moment. Now say both sentences. I do not need to control everything. I only need to answer this moment. Repeat, I do not need to control everything. I only need to answer this moment. Excellent. Let us practice another conversation. Imagine you are meeting a new person. They ask, where are you from? You say, I'm from Vietnam. Or, I'm from Brazil. I'm from India. I'm from Japan. I'm from Egypt. Use your real country. Say, I'm from... Good. Then they ask, what is your city like? Maybe you do not know how to give a long answer. Use a simple pattern. It is busy but interesting. Repeat, it is busy but interesting. Or, it is small and peaceful. Repeat, it is small and peaceful. Or, it is hot. Friendly and full of good food. Repeat, it is hot. Friendly and full of good food. Now describe your city with 2 or 3 simple words. My city is... Speak now. Very good. You are learning an important speaking habit. Use what you know. Do not search for the most beautiful word. Choose the word that comes quickly. Clear words are useful words. Simple English can still carry a strong idea. Now let us talk about another difficult moment. What can you do when you do not understand the other person? Many learners pretend to understand. They smile. They nod. But inside, they are completely lost. Then the other person continues speaking. The conversation becomes more difficult. You do not need to pretend. Confident speakers ask for help. Listen, could you say that again? Please? Repeat, could you say that again? Please? Again, could you say that again? Please? One more time. Politely, could you say that again? Please? Now another useful sentence. Could you speak a little more slowly? Repeat, could you speak a little more slowly? Again, could you speak a little more slowly? One more time. Could you speak a little more slowly? Now this sentence, I understood the first part, but not the last part. Repeat, I understood the first part, but not the last part. Again, I understood the first part, but not the last part. This is a very strong sentence. It shows that you were listening. It also tells the other person exactly what you need. You do not have to say, I understand nothing. You can be more specific. You can say, I understood the first part. I did not understand that word. Could you explain the last sentence? Let us practice. I did not understand that word. Repeat, I did not understand that word. Could you explain it in a different way? Repeat, could you explain it in a different way? Again, could you explain it in a different way? Good. Asking someone to repeat is not failure. It is communication. In real conversations, people repeat things all the time. The room may be noisy. The internet may be slow. Someone may speak too quickly. Even native speakers say, sorry, what was that? Could you say that again? I didn't hear you. So stop feeling ashamed when you need help. A conversation has 2 people. You are allowed to ask the other person to meet you in the middle. Now repeat, it is okay to ask for help. Again, it is okay to ask for help. I can ask people to repeat. Repeat, I can ask people to repeat. I can stay calm and keep speaking. Repeat, I can stay calm and keep speaking. Now let us shadow the complete message. Follow my voice closely. Sometimes I forget a word. Sometimes I forget a word. But I do not need to stop. But I do not need to stop. I can use another sentence. I can use another sentence. I can explain the idea. I can explain the idea. I can ask for more time. I can ask for more time. I can ask people to repeat. I can ask people to repeat. I can speak slowly. I can speak slowly. I can stay inside the conversation. I can stay inside the conversation. Very good. Take a short breath. Relax your face. You are doing real speaking practice now. You are not only repeating positive ideas. You are learning what to do inside a difficult conversation. That is where confidence becomes practical. Now we will make the practice a little more natural. You will not only repeat after me. You will answer me. Imagine we are having a real conversation. I will ask you a question. You will have 3 seconds to begin your answer. Do not wait for the perfect sentence. Begin with the first simple idea. Ready? What did you eat today? Speak. Good. Now I ask, was it good? Speak. Now, who did you eat with? Speak. Now, what will you eat later? Speak. Excellent. Maybe your sentences were not perfect, but you answered 4 questions. That is progress. Let us try another topic. What time did you wake up today? Speak. How did you feel? Speak. What was the first thing you did? Speak. What do you need to do tomorrow morning? Speak. Very good. You are training your brain to move forward. A question comes in. A simple answer comes out. You do not translate a long paragraph. You find one idea and speak. Now let us do one final practice for this section. Complete each sentence with your own words. Today, I feel. Speak. After this lesson, I will speak. English is important to me because speak. When I feel nervous, I can speak. When I forget a word, I can speak. This week, I want to improve. Speak. Excellent work. Now think about how different this feels from silent study. You are not collecting English inside your head. You are bringing English into your mouth. You are teaching your brain that speaking is safe. The fear may not disappear today, but you are becoming stronger than the fear. And that is enough for day 1. In the next part, we will train your rhythm, your breathing, and your speaking energy. You will learn how to connect words more naturally, how to avoid speaking one word at a time, and how to sound calmer without trying to speak faster. Many learners speak English one word at a time. They say, I want to improve my English. Every word is separate. Every word feels heavy. And because the sentence has no natural flow, speaking becomes tiring. But English is not spoken as a long line of separate words. English moves in small groups of meaning. Listen, I want to improve my English. There are 2 clear thought groups. I want to improve my English. Now listen again. I want to improve my English. Repeat, I want to improve my English. Again, I want to improve my English. One more time, with a small pause in the middle. I want to improve my English. Good. The pause is not a mistake. The pause helps your listener follow your idea. It also gives your brain time to prepare the next group of words. This is very important. You do not need to speak the whole sentence with one breath. Break the sentence into small, comfortable parts. For example, I practice English every morning. Repeat, I practice English every morning. Again, I practice English every morning. Now another sentence. I feel nervous when people speak quickly. Repeat, I feel nervous when people speak quickly. Again, I feel nervous when people speak quickly. One more time. I feel nervous when people speak quickly. Very good. Now listen to the difference. First, one word at a time. I feel nervous when people speak quickly. That sounds difficult. Now listen in groups. I feel nervous when people speak quickly. The second version sounds calmer. It also feels easier to say. That is because your brain is not carrying 7 separate words. It is carrying 2 small ideas. I feel nervous when people speak quickly. This is how thought groups help you speak. Now repeat, I speak in small groups. Again, I speak in small groups. I do not carry the whole sentence. Repeat, I do not carry the whole sentence. I carry one clear idea at a time. Repeat, I carry one clear idea at a time. Excellent. Now let us practice with longer sentences. Listen first. Sometimes I know the answer, but I am afraid to speak. Repeat slowly. Sometimes I know the answer, but I am afraid to speak. Again, sometimes I know the answer, but I am afraid to speak. Now use a little more natural energy. Sometimes I know the answer, but I am afraid to speak. Good. Here is another one. When I make a mistake, I take a breath and try again. Listen to the 3 groups. When I make a mistake, I take a breath and try again. Now repeat. When I make a mistake, I take a breath and try again. Again, when I make a mistake, I take a breath and try again. One more time. When I make a mistake, I take a breath and try again. Very good. Now take a moment. Notice your breathing. Are you holding your breath? Many learners do this when they speak English. They become nervous. Their shoulders rise. Their jaw becomes tight. They try to push the whole sentence out very quickly. Then they lose their breath. They lose their words. And they think, my English is bad. But sometimes the problem is not English. The problem is tension. Your body is trying to protect you. Your body thinks speaking English is dangerous. So today, we are teaching your body a new message. Speaking is safe. A mistake is safe. A pause is safe. Let us practice that feeling. Put one hand on your stomach. Breathe in slowly through your nose. Now breathe out gently. Again, breathe in and breathe out. Do not lift your shoulders too much. Let the breath move lower in your body. Now say, I have time. Repeat calmly, I have time. Again, I have time. Now say, I can breathe and speak. Repeat, I can breathe and speak. Again, I can breathe and speak. One more time, I can breathe and speak. Good. Now breathe before the sentence. Breathe in. Then say, I can answer slowly. Again. Breathe in. I can answer slowly. One more time, I can answer slowly. Excellent. Breathing gives your voice support. It helps you sound calmer. It also stops you from rushing. Remember, you do not have to fill every second with words. A short pause can make you sound more confident. Imagine someone asks, why are you learning English? A nervous learner may say, because I want a better job and I want to travel and. Everything comes out too quickly. But a calm speaker can pause. Listen, I'm learning English because I want more opportunities. Pause. I also want to travel and speak with new people. That sounds clear. The pause gives the idea more strength. Now shadow the answer. I'm learning English because I want more opportunities. Repeat. I'm learning English because I want more opportunities. I also want to travel and speak with new people. Repeat. I also want to travel and speak with new people. Now say both sentences together. I'm learning English because I want more opportunities. I also want to travel and speak with new people. Very good. Now let us work on rhythm. English has strong words and soft words. Not every word has the same energy. Listen, I want to speak English well. The strong words carry the main meaning. Want. Speak. English. Well. The smaller words are softer. I. To. Now listen again. I want to speak English well. Repeat. I want to speak English well. Again, I want to speak English well. One more time. I want to speak English well. Do not shout. Just give the important words a little more energy. Here is another sentence. I practice English every day. Repeat. I practice English every day. Again, I practice English every day. Now this one. I don't need perfect grammar. Repeat. I don't need perfect grammar. Again, I don't need perfect grammar. One more time. I don't need perfect grammar. Good. The important words create the rhythm. You do not need to make every word strong. When every word is strong, the sentence can sound hard and unnatural. Listen, I don't need perfect grammar to start speaking. Too much pressure. Now listen naturally. I don't need perfect grammar to start speaking. Repeat. I don't need perfect grammar to start speaking. Again, I don't need perfect grammar to start speaking. Excellent. Now let us practice a short spoken story. First, listen only. Yesterday, I wanted to speak English. I opened a video. I listened to one sentence. Then I repeated it. At first, I felt strange. My voice was quiet, but I continued. After a few minutes, I felt more relaxed. I was not perfect, but I was speaking. Now we will shadow the story one line at a time. Yesterday I wanted to speak English. Repeat. Yesterday I wanted to speak English. I opened a video. Repeat. I opened the video. I listened to one sentence. Repeat. I listened to one sentence. Then I repeated it. Repeat. Then I repeated it. At first I felt strange. Repeat. At first I felt strange. My voice was quiet. Repeat. My voice was quiet. But I continued. Repeat. But I continued. After a few minutes I felt more relaxed. Repeat. After a few minutes I felt more relaxed. I was not perfect. Repeat. I was not perfect. But I was speaking. Repeat. But I was speaking. Now let us say the whole story again. Do not stop after every line. Follow the meaning. Yesterday, I wanted to speak English. I opened a video. I listened to one sentence. Then I repeated it. At first, I felt strange. My voice was quiet, but I continued. After a few minutes, I felt more relaxed. I was not perfect, but I was speaking. Very good. That short story is also a speaking pattern. You can use it to talk about your own practice. For example, yesterday, I wanted to practice. I opened this video. I listened carefully. Then I spoke out loud. At first, I felt nervous, but I continued. Now create your own short story. Start with, today, I wanted to speak. Then say, I started by speak. Now say, at first, I felt speak. Then finish, but I continued. And now I feel speak. Excellent. You are not only copying now, you are creating. That is the next step in shadowing practice. First, you listen. Then, you repeat. Then, you change the sentence. Finally, you speak about your own life. This is how a sentence becomes yours. Now let us practice connected speech. Do not worry. We will keep it simple. In natural English, some words move together. For example, 1, 2. In slow, careful English, you may hear 1, 2. In natural speech, it often sounds smoother, 1, 2. Listen, I want to speak. Repeat, I want to speak. Again, I want to speak. One more time, I want to speak. Now, I want to improve. Repeat, I want to improve. I want to try again. Repeat, I want to try again. Good. Another useful group is going to. Listen, I'm going to practice. Repeat, I'm going to practice. Again, I'm going to practice. I'm going to speak for 5 minutes. Repeat, I'm going to speak for 5 minutes. One more time, I'm going to speak for 5 minutes. Do not force the sounds. Do not try to copy a strong accent. Your goal is smooth movement. Let the words stay close together. Now listen, I have to leave. Repeat, I have to leave. I have to work. Repeat, I have to work. I have to practice today. Repeat, I have to practice today. Excellent. These groups appear often in daily English. I want to. I'm going to. I have to. When you practice them as complete groups, your mouth does not need to build them word by word. The whole group becomes familiar. It becomes one easy road. Now shadow these lines. I want to speak more clearly. I want to speak more clearly. I'm going to practice every day. I'm going to practice every day. I have to stop waiting. I have to stop waiting. I want to use my voice. I want to use my voice. I'm going to begin with one sentence. I'm going to begin with one sentence. I have to trust the process. I have to trust the process. Very good. Now let us combine breathing, thought groups and rhythm. Listen carefully. When I feel nervous, I slow down, take a breath, and begin again. Repeat. When I feel nervous, I slow down, take a breath, and begin again. Again. When I feel nervous, I slow down, take a breath, and begin again. Now this one. I do not need to speak quickly to sound confident. Repeat. I do not need to speak quickly to sound confident. Again. I do not need to speak quickly to sound confident. And this one. Clear words, calm breathing, and daily practice will make speaking easier. Repeat slowly. Clear words, calm breathing, and daily practice will make speaking easier. Again, clear words, calm breathing, and daily practice will make speaking easier. Excellent work. Take one final deep breath. You have trained more than vocabulary today. You have trained your body. You have trained your breath. You have trained your rhythm. You have trained your mouth to carry one idea at a time. This is important because fluent speaking does not begin with speed. It begins with control. Control of your breath. Control of your pace. Control of one clear idea. In the final part of day 1, we will bring everything together. You will complete a full shadowing routine. Follow a simple 5-minute daily practice plan and make a promise for day 2. You will also test yourself with a short speaking challenge without reading every word from the screen. Now, let us bring everything together. In this final practice, you will use your breath, your rhythm, your mouth, and your voice. Do not try to be perfect. Listen, follow, speak. Let the sentences move naturally. Take a slow breath. Relax your jaw. Let us begin. I understand more English than I can speak. Repeat. I understand more English than I can speak. But that can change. Repeat. But that can change. My English is not trapped inside my head. Repeat. My English is not trapped inside my head. I can bring it out with daily practice. Repeat. I can bring it out with daily practice. I do not need difficult words. Repeat. I do not need difficult words. I can express my ideas with simple English. Repeat. I can express my ideas with simple English. Sometimes I will forget a word. Repeat. Sometimes I will forget a word. Sometimes I will make a mistake. Repeat. Sometimes I will make a mistake. But I will not hide my voice. Repeat. But I will not hide my voice. I can pause. Repeat. I can pause. I can breathe. Repeat. I can breathe. I can explain the idea in another way. Repeat. I can explain the idea in another way. Every time I speak, my mouth becomes stronger. Repeat. Every time I speak, my mouth becomes stronger. Every time I try, my brain becomes faster. Repeat. Every time I try, my brain becomes faster. I am not waiting to feel ready. Repeat. I am not waiting to feel ready. I am becoming ready by speaking today. Repeat. I am becoming ready by speaking today. Very good. Now we will say the complete message without stopping after every sentence. Follow my voice. I understand more English than I can speak. But that can change. My English is not trapped inside my head. I can bring it out with daily practice. I do not need difficult words. I can express my ideas with simple English. Sometimes I will forget a word. Sometimes I will make a mistake. But I will not hide my voice. I can pause. I can breathe. I can explain the idea in another way. Every time I speak, my mouth becomes stronger. Every time I try, my brain becomes faster. I am not waiting to feel ready. I am becoming ready by speaking today. Excellent work. Now it is time for your final speaking challenge. This time, do not repeat my answer. Create your own answer. I will give you a topic. Speak for 20 seconds. Use simple sentences. You may pause. You may repeat a word. You may correct yourself. But do not stop completely. Here is your topic. Why do you want to speak English? You can begin with, I want to speak English because... Now speak. Keep going. Add one more reason. And finish your answer. Very good. Here is your second topic. What is difficult for you when you speak English? Begin with, when I speak English, I sometimes... Now speak. Explain the problem. Then say what you will do about it. You can finish with, but I will keep practicing. Good. Now the final topic. What will you practice tomorrow? Begin with, tomorrow, I am going to speak now. Excellent. You have just spoken without copying every word. That is a very important step. Shadowing gives you a model. But real speaking begins when you change the model and use it for your own life. Now let us create your 5-minute speaking plan. You can use this plan every day. You do not need a teacher. You do not need a speaking partner. You only need 5 minutes and your voice. Your 5-minute daily plan. Minute 1. Wake up your mouth. Open your mouth gently. Move your jaw. Take 2 slow breaths. Then say, I am ready to speak. I can speak slowly. I can use simple words. Repeat each sentence 2 times. Minute 2. Shadow one short section. Choose 3 or 4 sentences from this lesson. Listen to one sentence. Pause. Repeat it. Then play it again and speak with the voice. Copy the rhythm. not only the words. Minute 3. Answer one question. Choose one simple question. What did I do today? How do I feel? What will I do tomorrow? Why am I learning English? Answer for 1 minute. Do not write your answer first. Speak directly. Minute 4. Record your voice. Open your phone. Press record. Speak for 1 minute. Do not stop the recording when you make a mistake. Continue. Your goal is not to create a perfect recording. Your goal is to hear your real speaking. Minute 5. Listen and try again. Listen to your recording once. Do not criticize your accent. Notice only one thing. Maybe you spoke too quickly. Maybe you stopped too often. Maybe one word was unclear. Choose one small thing. Then record your answer again. That is your complete practice. 5 minutes. One small routine. One stronger voice. Do this every day, and something will begin to change. The sentences will come more quickly. Your mouth will feel less heavy. Your voice will become more familiar. And when a real conversation begins, your brain will remember, I have done this before. Before we finish day 1, let us remember what you learned. Speaking English is a physical skill. Your mouth needs practice. Confidence does not come before speaking. Confidence comes from speaking. You do not need to speak quickly. You need to speak clearly. You do not need every English word. You can explain an idea with simple words. When you forget something, you can pause. You can breathe. You can ask for help. You can continue. Most importantly, you do not need one perfect hour every week. 5 honest minutes every day can build a real speaking habit. Now say this final promise with me. I will use my English voice every day. Repeat, I will use my English voice every day. I will speak even when I feel nervous. Repeat, I will speak even when I feel nervous. I will not wait for perfect English. Repeat, I will not wait for perfect English. I will begin with the English I have today. Repeat, I will begin with the English I have today. One more time, with confidence. I will begin with the English I have today. You completed day 1. Be proud of that. You did not only watch, you listened, you repeated, you answered, you used your voice. Tomorrow, we will continue with day 2. We will train faster responses and learn how to stop translating every sentence inside your head. Your English does not have to change in one day. But your habit can begin today. Like this video if you completed the practice. Subscribe to Mission English Daily for more slow, clear English lessons. Then watch the next video and continue with day 2 of the challenge. Keep going. Your voice is not weak. It is only learning. And every time you speak, it becomes stronger.